Giannis is going to be giving Atlanta a different look from what the Hawks were getting from Joel Embiid, because the Greek Freak threw down 154 points in the paint in the conference semis, which is the second most by a player in the last 25 postseasons.
And now we welcome in Royce Young to get us ready for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Final. No one expected or no one knew that we needed. Royce, I'm old enough to remember when the Bucks were down about 50 on their way to going down 2-0 in Brooklyn. Now Giannis and the Bucks, the clear favorite to reach the NBA Finals for the first time in 47 years. You think Giannis is better positioned and equipped to handle this type of pressure to make a run than in previous years?
I think so, Mark. But, there is, I think that potential for a letdown. And that's something I'm sure Mike Budenholzer, the Bucks coach, is really trying to guard against here, because there was a lot of talk that we just saw the NBA Finals, right? That we just saw Brooklyn versus Milwaukee. That was the de facto finals of the NBA. That was the two best teams remaining. And for the Bucks, their work is just now getting started. The Eastern Conference Finals is not the goal. It's just part of the process to get to where they want to be, which their final destination is to be NBA champions. So I think for Giannis and the Bucks right now, they've got to kind of shake off that series against Brooklyn. It was very emotional. It was up and down. It felt like they were counted out after 2 games. It felt like they were counted out after the 5th game. And they come back and they win in an incredible Game 7 on the road. But they face a different type of animal now in the Atlanta Hawks. They are a different type of offense. They present a lot of different types of challenges. And for the Bucks, they cannot start looking ahead to who they might be facing in the NBA Finals. They've got to focus on this young Hawks team, because they're not going to go easily.
You know, Royce, if there's one guy that loves emotions, it's Trae Young, and he's become the anti-hero of the NBA that we didn't know that we needed. The problem is that 35% shooting in the last 4 games has not been a bright spot. Should the Hawks be concerned with this shooting touch heading into this series?
I don't think so, Aaron. If there's one thing I know about Trae Young, that young man is confident, and we saw it at the end of Game 7 against Philadelphia, when Trae had started so brutally shooting the ball throughout that game, and then he pulls up and he hits a Trae Young trademark logo 3 to really kind of ice that game. And to me, that really just kind of speaks to the confidence that Trae Young has. I've watched that kid play since he was in high school at Norman North, and he has never lacked for a belief in himself. So, he's going to put that series behind him. I think that he will face different challenges in the types of Bucks scheme that they will throw at him. Bigger, longer defenders than what he saw against Philadelphia. Drew Holiday is a bulldog on defense. So Trae Young will have his work cut out for him, but I don't think it'll be because of any kind of confidence hit.
Royce, there's a part of me that feels like the Hawks are here thanks in large part to the fairly epic unraveling of Ben Simmons. If I say Bucks in 5, you say what?
Yeah, I think that feels about right, Mark. There is obviously the case to be made that where this thing sits right now with what happened with Ben Simmons, there's a lot of focus on the 76ers missing their opportunity here, and that has kind of felt like it has carved the path open for the Milwaukee Bucks. And what happens with Philadelphia in the future? It feels like the Eastern Conference could be kind of the Bucks to determine over a long period of time, with having Giannis signed up for the long term. But I do feel like that kind of presents Milwaukee, I don't want to say comfort, but it doesn't feel like this is their one shot, right? And so I think that the Bucks will go in very confident, they will go in very calm, very poised, and they will feel like that they're the better team and that they want to prove themselves. The Hawks are not going to go easily, like I said. I do feel like that the Bucks are clearly the better team. Bucks in 5, Bucks in 6 sounds about right to me.
It's going to be a fun series no matter what, and it's always fun talking to you. Thanks, Royce.
You bet.